In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there was a legend of a mysterious boy who possessed divine knowledge. He was known to sit under a grand old oak tree at the edge of the village, offering wisdom to those who sought him out. This boy, with eyes that seemed to pierce through one's soul, was a beacon of hope and guidance for many. One day, a man named Thomas, burdened with troubles, heard whispers of this boy. Thomas was a humble farmer, struggling with the weight of his problems. His crops had failed for the third year in a row. His debts were mounting, and his family was beginning to lose hope. In the local tavern, an old friend suggested, "Why don't you visit the boy under the oak tree? They say he has answers to every question." Desperate and with nothing to lose, Thomas set off to find this enigmatic boy. The journey to the oak tree was not long, but it felt like an eternity for Thomas, whose mind was clouded with worry. As he approached the tree, he saw the boy sitting serenely, his back against the sturdy trunk, seemingly lost in thought. The boy looked up as Thomas approached, his eyes warm and welcoming. "I've been expecting you," the boy said softly, his voice carrying a wisdom beyond his years. Thomas was taken aback but quickly gathered his thoughts. "I've heard you can help me. My life is in disarray. My crops fail, my debts grow, and I don't know how to support my family anymore." The boy nodded, closed his eyes for a moment, and then spoke. "The answers you seek are within you, but let me help you uncover them. First, your soil has lost its fertility. You must let the land rest and replenish. Use the knowledge passed down through generations. Rotate your crops and plant legumes to restore the nutrients." Thomas listened intently, absorbing every word. "And my debts?" he asked, his voice tinged with despair. The boy smiled gently. "Seek out your neighbors and form a cooperative. Share resources and labor. When the harvest is good, you all prosper together. Unity will lessen the burden on each individual." Thomas felt a glimmer of hope for the first time in months. "And my family?" he asked, the weight of his worries about them heavy in his heart. "Spend time with them," the boy advised. "Teach your children the ways of the land, the importance of community, and the strength of perseverance. Love and knowledge are the greatest gifts you can give them." With a heart lighter than when he arrived, Thomas thanked the boy profusely. As he turned to leave, the boy spoke one last time. "Remember, the divine wisdom is not in knowing all the answers, but in recognizing the right questions and being open to learning from them." Thomas returned to his village and implemented the boy's suggestions. He let the soil rest, planted legumes, and gathered his neighbors to form a cooperative. Together, they shared their resources and knowledge, and over time, the land began to yield a bountiful harvest once more. His debts were slowly paid off, and his family thrived under the newfound stability. Thomas never forgot the boy under the oak tree, whose divine knowledge had turned his life around. The boy's wisdom had not just solved his problems, but had also taught him the value of community, patience, and resilience. Years later, Thomas often found himself under that grand oak tree, telling his children and grandchildren the story of the mysterious boy. And in their eyes, he saw the same glimmer of hope and wisdom that had once saved him.